Rise and shine, Hoosiers. Welcome back to the Bloomington Breakfast Club. I'm Caroline Parks.
And I'm Morgan Ludwig. As you can see, based on our wonderful waffle costumes, it's our Halloween episode.
And we have a spooktacular show today with special guest Gail Fairfield in studio to perform a tarot card reading. And we went to the Barn of Terror to get our pants scared off.
So grab your cup of coffee, Hoosiers. It's going to be a spooky, great morning.
It's now time for a special Halloween-themed unnecessary updates of the day. Joining us, as always, is Grace. What are you dressed up as?
Well, obviously, I'm a witch, and it's actually very special because I am related to one of the witches who was convicted in the Salem witch trials.
No way.
So I really feel like I'm going back to my roots, my ancestral home, you know?
Wow.
How did you even figure that out?
My grandma is really into genealogy, and she's gone back to the 1200s. So yeah, I'm related to a lot of people, I guess.
That is so cool. What are you being for Halloween this year? Besides our waffles.
You know, I might just have to take the waffle costume home with me because I don't have anything else planned.
I know, I don't either. So
well, the waffles are so fun.
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah, I'll just borrow this. I'll wear this out,
yeah.
and then I'll return it back to IUSTV.
Perfect. Speaking of costumes, I hear a popular costume this year is the people from Squid Game. Have you guys seen it? What do you think of this costume choice?
I haven't seen it. I did see that it's going to be very popular because it's so easy. I haven't seen Squid Game because I don't love gore.
Okay.
And I hear there's a lot of that. I'm too scared.
I watched it. I'm obsessed with it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it as well. I finished the entire thing.
I think it's really good. I think it's a good costume too.
Yeah, it's definitely very DIY, something that you can do really easily.
Yes.
The tracksuits remind me of Sue from Glee. So I do think it'll be funny to see a lot of people walking around and being like, all the Gleeks are out today, but it's just a very popular costume.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do need to watch it. I think I have to get over that because critically acclaimed. So I should probably get on that.
True.
I liked the red the guards with their little shaped masks.
Yeah.
That's what, if I had to dress up as someone from Squid Game, I'd want to do that.
There's still time. There's still time.
There is. Maybe I can
you could
DIY.
You could be a
can DIY.
waffle guard if you want to.
2 in 1.
Mill the costumes.
Yeah, meshing.
Yeah. In spooky news, a Washington, D.C. couple recently bought a house, but found out after the sale that it was the house that inspired the movie The Exorcist, after a Catholic priest performed an exorcism ritual on a teen boy in the house in 1949. And I feel like that should have been advertised before they bought the house.
Yeah.
It's a pretty prominent thing. And they found out because they just looked up the address after they bought it and was just like, oh, whoa, this was in the news.
Wow.
First of all, why wasn't it advertised? Second of all, why didn't you look up the address of the house you were buying before you bought it?
Yeah, right? You'd think if they're going to, I don't know, maybe do a little Zillow search, it might have showed up as well.
One of the little fun facts down at the bottom, what you need to know about this house.
I can just imagine one of those little signs that you always stick into the yard in front of a house that's being sold.
Warning, exorcism
yeah, it's just
here.
Dark and it's got bats flying over it. It's
wow.
Don't buy this house.
Yeah.
Don't buy this house if you don't like exorcisms.
Yeah, maybe that's why they didn't advertise it, because they didn't want the price of the house to go way down because no one wanted to live in the Exorcist house.
I mean, I feel like there would be a scary movie person who'd want to be like, let's go.
Right,
you know?
Someone who'd be really into it.
There are people who are into that.
Yeah.
Just not that couple, apparently.
Yeah.
They seemed pretty mad in the article I read.
Oh.
Sorry to them.
Are they moving? Do we
I don't know. I didn't read the full article.
Well, I guess we'll just infer from there.
Probably.
So this month of October has been one of the best movie months since probably before COVID. So have you guys gotten out to the movies recently? There's Dune that just came out this past weekend, and Last Night in Soho is coming out this coming weekend, which is supposed to be a very cool take on the horror genre. Have you guys gotten out to the movies?
I want to see Dune.
I haven't seen it yet, but I really want to. I hear great things already.
Yeah, I've heard mixed reviews. I'm really excited. I'm going to see it later this week, but I've heard mixed reviews.
Exciting.
I'm excited.
I miss going to the movie theater though, for sure.
Yeah.
I saw, what did I see? Last semester I saw Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Okay.
Which I wouldn't have seen if it wasn't just in theaters. But it was really cool to watch them fight on the big screen, you know?
Yeah.
Ruining multiple cities, an ocean.
Wow.
There was a world under the crust of the earth that was upside down where all of the Godzillas lived or something.
Oh my gosh.
Really fascinating stuff. But
yeah,
I saw it in theaters.
There's more than one Godzilla?
Maybe it was multiple King Kongs.
We'll have to see it. We'll have to.
We'll brush up on it.
But yes, I live an action movie. I don't like scary movies, which is makes October hard for me.
That's true.
Because I'm too scared. I can't sleep. Too much for me. We watched Nightmare on Elm Street, which is a slasher. It's not scary, but I was like, whoa! What if Freddy Krueger's here tonight? I couldn't do it.
Well, maybe this time. You know,
maybe. Probably not. But in more spooky news, the oldest ever drawing of a ghost has been discovered on a 3,500-year-old Babylonian tablet that also includes instructions for how to perform an exorcism of the unwanted spirit, which I think is so cool that humanity has the same problems going on. Because I talked about the exorcism earlier. I guess that's been a thing for at least 3,500 years.
Yeah, that's cool to see how it's consistent, I guess.
Yeah, maybe they should ship the tablet to the family that bought the Exorcist house.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't figure out what to do.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know. I don't like scary movies, but I think ghosts are just very cool. I'd love to be a ghost, and I think I'd like to haunt a Walmart or something.
Okay.
Because you never get bored. There are always interesting people in Walmart.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know where my location would be. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah, I either want to be there, or I also want to die at sea. That way I can join Davy Jones' Walker.
Okay.
I talk about this all the time.
Okay.
I think it'd be so fun, in Pirates of the Caribbean, all of the dead souls who die at sea live at the bottom of the ocean. And I think that'd be really fun.
I like that idea, actually.
Yeah. Should we all take a boat ride together sometime?
Yeah, maybe a few years down the line. Yeah, I would be down.
Next week, maybe?
Sounds like
for Halloween.
Perfect.
Yeah.
In the spirit of Halloween, our TBBC correspondent Clara Isaac went out on the street to find out students' Halloween preferences. Take a look.
Hi everyone, my name is Clara Isaac and it is officially the spookiest time of the year here at IU. I am currently out on campus about to ask some students about their Halloween preferences. Let's see what they have to say.
Definitely pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. Pumpkin.
I think pumpkin is my favorite.
Oh, definitely pumpkin. Definitely pumpkin by a long shot.
I've never had sweet potato, so I would definitely say pumpkin.
Pumpkin pie, for sure.
But I always love pumpkin pie. Thanksgiving, Halloween, July 4th, I think pumpkin pie always fits. So pumpkin is my final answer. And I know I'm in the majority there, so, But honestly, you have to have it with a lot of whipped cream and less pie.
Probably gonna have to go to werewolves.
I'm gonna have to go werewolves because they're basically dogs, right? And I'm a dog person.
Vampires.
Probably vampires.
I'd probably say neither, but I'll say vampires just to get an answer out.
Vampires, because the Vampire Diaries is really good.
Vampires.
Have you seen Twilight?
Multiple times.
Oh, Team Edward, vampires, okay? Even though I know that I'll end up with a werewolf man, vampires, though, are the aesthetic that I try to aim for.
Pumpkin patches.
Pumpkin patches, for sure.
Pumpkin patches.
Pumpkin patch.
Are you not a fan of scary things?
I hate scary things. I am a wimp when it comes to haunted houses, so probably a pumpkin patch.
Haunted houses. I think I'll lean that way too. Both are very fun though.
Probably haunted houses.
Haunted houses all the way because I like a good scare. I feel like haunted houses is what makes Halloween Halloween.
The Charlie Brown Halloween.
Oh yeah, the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I recently watched Scream again, so I always love watching Scream.
Definitely Halloween Town.
Probably Halloween Town.
Halloween Town, I think. Halloween Town.
I would agree. I love Halloween Town.
Halloween Town. Yeah, I love that one. I watch it on Disney Channel all the time, and I still watch it now. I love it.
Halloween Town. I love the movie Halloween Town. I grew up watching that movie, and it's so fun because it's just like witches and stuff.
Some people view it as a Christmas movie, but Nightmare Before Christmas I think is my favorite one.
That's a good choice.
I know a lot of people say like Halloween Town, and I do like Halloween Town, but it's just not as good as the other ones.
I'm actually being a devil, which is kind of basic, but whatever.
But you can
like
DIY it. You know,
Exactly,
it's a good thing to put together.
I have a big giant witch hat that I'm gonna wear to work, and then I have a Snape costume for this year too. So I have a variety going on.
I think I'm gonna be a clown.
A scary clown or a nice clown?
Scary.
Of course.
Usually I just put on like a jersey and then say I'm an athlete, so I'll probably have to go with that again.
Just thinking about this. Either Fairy, Barbie, or Blair from Gossip Girl.
Good choices.
We're gonna be Diego and Dora. And then I just ordered all of my things to be the High Sisters James Charles meme.
It looks like you're ready for the entire weekend, you know?
Oh yeah, a couple parties, maybe having some fun, doing all the good stuff.
Of course I'm going to do wholesome things, okay? Everyone else who's going out on Saturday, think about your life choices, right? I will be inside reading scripture. I'm just kidding. I will be enjoying the holiday well by dressing up in a costume with my friends that I have yet to choose. But we will be having a good, fun time.
Well, that's all for today, and I hope all of you have a very happy Halloween.
Joining us now in the studio, we have Gail Fairfield. Thank you so much for coming on to the show.
I'm so happy to be here.
We're so happy to have you.
So you've kind of like made a name for yourself doing astrology and life coaching type things. So could you give us some insight onto all the different types of things that you do?
Well, I've been doing tarot is really where I began a long time ago, 1971.
Wow.
72, a very
okay.
long time ago. Anyway, and I wrote my first book in 1980, and it's been retitled. It originally was called Choice Centered Tarot, and now it's called Everyday Tarot, still in print, still sells. And then I got into astrology a few years later, so I've been in this field for a very, very, very long time. And did it full time for a long time, and then I ended up coming to work at IU, actually, because
cool.
I needed some insurance and some of those kind of benefits and stuff like that. So I did that for a while, and that's when I got certified as a life coach and went into the coaching stuff. But I've always used coaching kinds of questions with the tarot and astrology. The idea being that the work I do is choice-centered, not fate-oriented, right? And so the whole point is to find out, what's up with somebody and what kinds of input or feedback is going to be useful for them, to them, in making choices and decisions, rather than me saying, next Tuesday you will meet so-and-so if you cross the street with a black cat. It's like I don't do that kind of prediction stuff. So the blend of coaching, which is about empowerment, and astrology and tarot, the way that I work with it, works really well.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really amazing. I love that you're able to kind of like incorporate everything into your coaching and all of your different passions. That's really cool. So you wrote both of those
I didn't bring the
books.
astrology book. I also have a book called Choice Centered Astrology, and that was published in 1990 and is still out. And then this is Choice Centered Relating in the Tarot. I just brought the two tarot books for today, which has this material is kind of incorporated in it, but it's a whole longer thing about how to use the tarot in terms of relationships, and which is, certainly one of the topics that people are most interested in when they come to me for a consultation or when they do work on their own.
Awesome. And I believe that you're actually going to be doing a tarot card reading for the two of us as well.
I am.
So if you want to walk us through that process, we're very excited.
Oh, okay.
So excited.
All right. Well, the key thing with the tarot reading, the way that I do it, is to frame the question.
Okay.
And so what we want to do is frame the question in a way that isn't kind of a yes/no, right?
Okay.
Will this happen? Won't it happen? That kind of thing. But more, how can I, or what would best aid me, or what would be the challenge in this situation? What would be my strength in this situation? What's the best way to approach XYZ, whatever it might be? So we try to frame the question so that the answer is going to give you input into how you can sort of do your life or manage a situation or, handle whatever you're trying to handle in a way that it's like if I just give you an answer, then you just get to go away and wonder, well, she's either right or wrong, and find that out in however long. But this way, hopefully people go away with a thing to do or a next step to take or a thing to think about. So basically what I'll do with each of you is to find out what's a key thing that's going on for you at the moment, and then we'll frame a question around that, and when we agree on the question, then we'll pull some cards related to it.
Okay.
Cool. Well, Caroline, would you like to start then?
Sure. Okay, so a key thing going on in my life right now. Well, let me think. I'm currently looking for a future internship right now, so career.
Okay.
Kind of career oriented, maybe.
All right. So looking for an internship, and the internship is supposed to happen spring, summer, when?
Summer. So
next summer. Okay.
Yes. So I just started a new one right now, so I'm looking for
the next
one.
Okay, for
yes.
next summer.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so for you, that in that process of looking for an internship, what are the highest criteria for you in terms of what that internship needs to do for you?
Well, I would like to work hopefully at a studio next summer. Location's really important to me. I want to be in Los Angeles again.
Oh, okay.
Yes, just something in production, but in a studio this summer.
So in production in a studio in LA next summer.
Correct.
That's the goal.
That is the goal.
That's the goal. Okay. So I'm going to shuffle these cards a little bit, and then I'm going to ask you to shuffle them.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that the questions we might ask would be just 2 cards, because this is not a long extended period of time, but the first one might be, what's going to aid you to get that internship, and what's the thing to avoid?
Okay.
Does that sound like it would be helpful?
Yes.
Okay.
Completely.
Now, some people have a lot of rituals around shuffling and cutting 3 times and whatever. I don't, but people who do, it works. So whatever it is that you do to kind of tune in, it's fine, right? So essentially, now I'm going to give you a chance to mix them up, and if
I have a confession. I don't really know how to
okay, here
them.
you can just stir them. Just stir them. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Okay, then I want you to I don't want to rush you. When you feel done, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so the first card you're going to pull is, what is really going to help you to get that internship in LA, in the studio or production next summer.
Okay.
Okay, so pull one card for what will help you get that. Okay, and it was, you pulled it upside down.
I'm
so
sorry.
we're going to look at it upside
Okay.
down because it has a meaning that way.
Okay.
Okay, and then right next to it, we want to put the card for what's the thing to avoid.
Okay. This one looks promising.
Yep, and that's just, okay. So in this deck, the card that's usually called the Fool is called the Seeker. Okay, but it's essentially, if you translate it out to other tarot decks, it's the Fool, and it was upside down. So, and remember, this is in the position of what's going to help you. The Fool is a card of faith, trusting, believing that something can happen. And, you know, as you can see, she's setting out on her journey with just her little, not even a backpack, a little stick, right? Sort of going down the path and trusting that whatever will be provided as she goes along. Because it was reversed, it has specifically to do trusting yourself. So there's a big, and this is a huge factor here, okay? This is what's called a major arcana card. So believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, knowing that whatever interviews, you know, come up, whatever questions come up, you can handle it, right? And so you don't have to like know all of you don't have to map it out step by step. You can trust yourself to be in the situation and respond appropriately. And so really trusting your skills, trusting your knowledge, trusting your resume, you know, having faith in yourself is the most important strength that you can have right now.
Okay.
The thing to avoid, in this deck it's called the canoe, but in most decks it's called the chariot.
Okay.
And if you think of a chariot with, you know, 8 horses and all the reins, and they're trying to go in different directions and you're trying to hold the reins, the idea of this card is that, you know, or in this particular image, paddling as fast as you can. So the thing to avoid is getting frantic about it, right? And just feeling like, oh my gosh, I got to do this and I got to do that and I got to do this other thing. And just have faith in yourself. Just breathe. It'll, you know, it's okay. And don't, instead of just. Does that help?
Yes, it does so much. Thank you so much.
All right.
That meant a lot. Thank you.
All right.
That was amazing.
So,
all right.
I'm so excited for you to try it now too.
So think about
think
about what you want to know about.
Life event that I need some insight on, huh?
You what?
A big life event that I need some insight on. That's what I got to think about, right?
Yeah,
right,
something
cool.
that you don't mind having on the air, right?
That's true.
That's always something to consider.
Right.
Let's see. I guess I've got a big film-related project that I'm about to start working on, and there's a lot that I have to do in order to prepare for it. A lot that I have to manage, and I guess some insight I'd like to get is just how best to approach that.
Okay.
You know?
All right. So big film-related project.
Big project.
And what's the time frame in which you're having to get it done?
Probably by next, like spring break-ish, next May,
so
next
you've got
April.
several months.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time, but it's a big project as well.
A big film project from now till middle of next semester.
Yes.
Okay. And lots of details to manage.
Yes, lots of different aspects.
Lots
to
of
take care of.
aspects. And you're in charge of the whole thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I've got a large team that I'll be working with, but I'm like the
But you're the
director.
boss of the team.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So is the most important thing for you, what are the most important aspects for you in terms of managing this? I guess the questions I have are things like, is this about leadership that's important to you, or is it about all the details?
I guess the biggest thing is just I want to be able to get it done, you know?
Okay.
It's very ambitious, so
right.
I'm just I'm second guessing on whether or not I'll be able to get it done.
Okay. All right. So getting it to completion.
Yes.
And well, I suppose,
yes,
right?
That's the goal.
Effectively and efficiently getting it done. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to do a different question so that we have, you know, but the same questions would apply. You know, what are your strengths? What do you want to avoid? So instead, we might do. Oh, I know. Let's do 2 resources, and we're going to do it this way. What's an internal resource that you have that you can utilize, and what's outside of you that you could utilize?
Gotcha.
Let's ask it that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That will help you get it done?
Cool.
Okay. Then you go ahead and mix those up, and you can stir them or shuffle them, whatever works for you.
I'm going to do a bit of a conventional shuffle.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
I've been shuffling them a long time, so even with the big decks, you know, I have.
Yeah. And we'll do a couple of these.
Practice.
There we go.
Okay.
How's that?
That looks great. Okay.
All right.
All right. So go ahead and pick the first one for what is your personal, let's change it from internal and external to personal resource that you have from other people or situations around you.
Cool. I was really
Okay.
drawn. This one seems like the obvious choice. 'Cause
Okay,
it's the
then
most
go
sticking
ahead
out,
and
but
take
I'm-
whatever feels
I'm
right
drawn
to you.
that, and I'm gonna flip it over that
Okay.
way.
All right.
I
Oh my
got the
God,
canoe.
the same card. That's
Look at
hysterical.
us.
Okay. And then the sort of resource you can draw on that's outside of you.
All right. I'm gonna go for this one. And we're gonna go that way.
Okay. We'll put that over here.
Ooh.
Okay. So again, this is the canoe card, right?
Yeah.
And it's reversed.
Cool.
And the reversal shows that in addition to the question being about what's inside of you, it's a reverse card, so it's about what's inside of you. And this resource indicates, in your case, it was a problem to avoid. In your case, this is a strength. And you have this ability inside of you to sort of juggle lots of balls and manage lots of things. And that sort of internal process where you can hold lots of things simultaneously and keep them integrated, right? Sometimes that means like having a mind map of all the stuff that needs to happen and being able to slot things into that mind map in whatever way, works best for you. But this really indicates that you have inside of you this ability to sort of manage and organize lots of details. And in fact, trust that, right? Because that is a strength that you have. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so then we have the guardian of the fire.
Ooh.
So this is the people outside of you or the situations outside of you. And this is like, there's a lot of energy around you of people who can really help to focus and feed the flames.
Okay.
Right? So they're able to really give, cheer you on. And so there's, it's not cheating to ask for, look what I did, what do you think? And not to just do it all by yourself, but to ask for feedback, or this is your opportunity to applaud here, and so along the way, getting that kind of feedback and input looks important rather than waiting all the way to the end and then, now it's done, how will the world respond? But chunk it so that you're getting chunks of feedback along the way, and then the end is more effective for you. I said that as a question. Does this make sense? Is the question?
That makes a lot of sense. Get feedback along the way with each step of the process.
Yeah,
Awesome.
right. And trust that you have this ability to manage lots of details and handle, all the stuff that you need to handle, because it's a strength that you have, right? And you keep driving the canoe forward. I mean, you'll do it. So between these two cards, I personally have a lot of confidence you'll get it done by mid-semester next year.
Awesome.
I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying I have confidence, given these cards, that you have the capacity to make that happen. Now, something that we sometimes do with a tarot reading is sort of an add-on question. So having said this, is there anything else that kind of comes to your mind or any other question? But what about, related to what these
So the guardian of fire, right? It says to seek help, criticism,
strong
and
people who can give you feedback. Yeah.
So do you know what types of people I should be looking for to get?
Oh, good idea. Okay,
get
pull a
feedback
card.
from? Oh, I could do another card pulling.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
This is the add-on question.
All right. We'll do it that way.
Okay. All right. Now this looks a little grim. It's called the 10 of Fire or the 10 of Wands, right? But this is the 10s are, each number has its kind of meaning, right?
Okay.
So if we have a 3, it means planning and preparing. We have a 6, it means sustaining and maintaining a rhythm. 10s have to do with time out or taking a break or taking a pause. And fire or wands has to do with independent people or individuals. This looks like people who might have retired, actually. So if there's, or people who are on sabbatical, or people who are somehow have been where you are, but aren't actively doing it now. And I have the feeling, therefore, but they're engaged, right? Do you know anybody like that? Can you think of somebody who is a kind of a mentor person?
Yeah, so a wiser figure who's been in my shoes before.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe some professors?
That's what it feels like to me. Yeah. But maybe somebody who is even, like I said, retired or on sabbatical or not teaching that class now, or somehow a step removed and has a little more time. Yeah.
Amazing.
So, you know, some networking might let you arrive at that place. But it looks like more than just your peers and friends. And it looks like more than just, you know, somebody who's going to like actually give you the grade.
Gotcha.
Somebody more experienced out there who kind of like, oh, this would be fun to step back in that world for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to brainstorm, see if I can find some people.
And ask your professors who, you know, who they might recommend.
Yeah.
Somebody emeritus, right?
Awesome. Well, that was very insightful for me. How was it for you, Caroline?
That was amazing. Thank you
so much, Gail.
so much.
Okay.
Where can our viewers find you if they're interested?
Oh, I have a
in being
website
client?
called gailfairfield.com, and people can, you know, go there, and it has a link for scheduling appointments. You can just go online and schedule an appointment if you want to. That's probably the best way, or send me an email, and you can get all the contact information from the website.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was awesome having you on.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed it.
Welcome back. This past weekend, we had the chance to go to the Barn of Terror, a haunted attraction right here in Bloomington.
It was a very fun and very scary experience, so let's take a look.
Hey guys, it's Caroline Parks.
And Morgen Ludwig. We're here at the Barn of Terror. We're about to do a walkthrough. Feeling a little bit nervous.
Yeah, same here, but let's go take a look.
Slenderman's getting me a little spooked.
Alright,
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Here we go. I'm so nervous. I feel like the first corner is just gonna get me.
The light is so bright.
I know. I can't see anything behind him. God.
Oh
my God.
That's not cool.
Oh, what is that? What's over there? Oh, wow. This is.
No.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Please get me out of here.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's okay. It's okay.
My
it's
heart
okay.
rate is not low.
We have to. This is good. Oh my God.
Okay, we got a crab following us.
Oh, this is bad. Oh, what was that? I can't see anything in front of the light.
Bro.
Alright,
I'm so
I can't see. There's just a wall.
Person.
God. Oh my God.
I smell fresh meat!
Where do we go?
Meat! Oh, it's snowing!
Oh!
Come back, I want some meat!
Oh!
Come here!
This little pumpkin's been following us the entire time.
Don't open
Close the door.
your mouth!
You scared the wrong person, man.
No!
Why are they falling? It's Mike Myers again. Jesus. Oh! Go! Okay. Going. Oh my God. Oh.
Oh God.
Right. So cool looking.
Oh.
No. Oh, just the pumpkin still here. Look at this. This is so cool. Oh God, I thought that was you.
That's so mean.
Not like that. Not like that.
All right. Where are we going?
Oh!
I got you.
You did. Okay, go back. We have more people to scare, man. Go back.
All right.
Oh my. Oh.
You
God.
looked fake. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that a person?
I don't know.
No, it's not. Oh my gosh.
Whoa! That was not cool.
Just go.
No, that one might have got me.
Oh, what is this? The little pumpkin's still here.
Oh my God.
You've been following us through this entire time. Okay. Oh.
I'm so afraid.
Stop. This is so much worse than I expected it to be. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's terrifying.
Are we gonna get with chainsaw thing?
Well done.
There you go.
That was perfect. Thank you. All right, so yeah, we weren't scared at all, as you
Not
can
scary.
see. Totally fine.
Not scary. Can't mess with us.
Dude, that chainsaw got me.
I know.
Holy crap.
That was hard.
I guess back to the studio then,
Yeah,
right?
back to the studio.
As you can tell, we were not scared at all.
Yep, not scared one bit. But anyways, we're now going to send it over to Grace Timpe for this week's Alumni Watch. Grace?
Hello again, everyone. As you know, my name is Grace Timpe, and I'm back with Alumni Watch. Today we'll be featuring IU's scariest alumnus, Ryan Murphy, who grew up from Indianapolis and graduated from IU in 1987. During his time here, he majored in journalism and was a member of the Singing Hoosiers. Murphy started his career as a journalist, writing for such affluent publications as the Miami Herald, the LA Times, Entertainment Weekly, and the New York Daily News. He started scriptwriting in the late 1990s when Steven Spielberg purchased his script, Why Can't I Be Audrey Hepburn? The early 2000s saw immediate TV success for Murphy with his series, plural, Popular and Nip and Tuck, the latter of which landed Murphy his first Primetime Emmy nomination for Outstanding Director for a Drama Series. In 2009, Glee premiered, launching Murphy's more overt mainstream success. The pilot episode earned Murphy his first Primetime Emmy Award for directing. Following the success of Glee, Murphy directed the film adaptation of the memoir Eat, Pray, Love, then turned his attention to creating the widely known anthology series American Horror Story. In more recent years, Murphy has created the critically successful series Pose and American Crime Story, as well as worked with Netflix to create projects like The Politician, Hollywood, and the film adaptation of the Broadway musical The Prom. Along with receiving critical praise for his various shows and movies, Murphy has also received the Award of Inspiration from the Foundation for AIDS Research for his contribution to TV and film, as well as his work, in the fight against AIDS. In 2017, Murphy launched the HALF Initiative, which aims to make Hollywood more inclusive by creating equal opportunities for women and minorities behind the camera. Much of Murphy's work is available on Netflix, so go check it out and support your fellow scary Hoosier. Caroline and Morgan, back to you.
Thanks, Grace. It's now time for the B-Town Buzz, where we share with you some fun events going on around Bloomington this Halloween weekend.
This Friday, the Festival of Ghost Stories will be held at Bryan Park. It's a Halloween tradition featuring scary tales of ghosts and horror for a wickedly good evening of live storytelling. It starts at 7 p.m. and admission is free.
Also on Friday is the Bloomington Pumpkin Launch at the Monroe County Fairgrounds from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Go watch pumpkins soar through the skies as teams will compete for accuracy and distance to see who built the best pumpkin launching device.
On Saturday, the Great Pumpkin Dash will be taking place at Switchyard Park. Participate in the 5K Fun Run, whose proceeds will benefit those experiencing homelessness.
And finally, the Buskirk Chumley Theater will be hosting its Howling in the Aisles Scary Movie Marathon on Saturday. They will be showing 3 classic horror films, The Birds, Poltergeist, and The Thing. Admission is $8 each or $18 for all 3.
And that's it for the show this week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
As always, we are looking to feature more local students, businesses, and organizations on the show. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please contact our producer Lily at lshareb@iu.edu.
Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at BTown BFast Club. For IUS TV, this has been Caroline Parks.
And Morgan Ludwig. Have a great week, Hoosiers, and a happy and safe Halloween.